That's good. Um, you traveled to Britain to make your research full, and during your travel to Britain, you saw a lot of treasures, Ethiopian treasures, in British Library Museum, which were taken by the British soldiers before 150 years ago, when King Tewodros suicide himself and Maknara. The British soldiers took these heritage treasures from Maknara to Britain by a lot of elephants, mules, and horses. So, how many of treasures you saw in Britain? What kind of treasures found in the British Museum?
Well, actually Tedros the second crown. I know there were more than one, but they had one on display of pure gold. The design of it was phenomenal, and just to look at the design, you'll see that they emulated that into their kings and queens within Europe. Um, they had Bibles on display in Giz, and some pictures of Abyssinians within the Bible. But because I don't read or understand Giz as of now, and neither do they, so it's hard for them to translate that into their own liking. But these books are showing actual Abyssinian faces. And I use the term Abyssinian because that's what during Tedros' time it was called. Today it's called Ethiopia. So I say Abyssinian, Ethiopia. I mean the same thing, same people. Um, but the treasures, the mescals they had, the scrolls, the tablets. I mean, it's older, older than 500 years. Some older than 1,000 years. So the value of that could be well into billions, if not $1 trillion, in European standard as well. So, yeah, they taken treasures that would definitely enrich Ethiopia very significantly.
What do you suggest to these treasures? Like, are you suggest to take back to Ethiopia or stay in British Library for
Well, I would love to see the treasures come back to Ethiopia. Um, but what I would love to see first would be that actual artwork, because that alone, that is worth trillions of dollars, not in money, but in the mind and in the hearts and soul of every Ethiopian. It would change everything, the way they think and how they look at life. As far as the crowns and the things that belong to the royal family, maybe there should be some reinstatement of bringing back the royal families, and then make Britain obligated to fulfill a duty as recognizing the royal family, and they would have to return royal family treasures to royal families, because again, the history of royal families started in Ethiopia. And matter of fact, the Victoria, which I respect her because she's taken in family members, Ethiopians. However, she has sporting some of the globe with the mescal protruding out of it, and I saw that in earlier artwork here in Lake Tana on the Monastery Islands. So she has a great deal of respect for Ethiopian heritage. So I don't know about today's royal family and how they look at that, but Queen Victoria obviously had some type of acknowledgement. Um, so I think bringing back the treasures to Ethiopia would be a great thing, but I think it should be done in a noble way. That way, it won't look like one country is defeated and the other one's cheering on. But I think it should be done out of mutual understanding. And but still, even though it's still in Britain, it's still being preserved and well kept. So at least I got the chance to see the treasures, some of the treasures, and they well preserved, just like Britain would take care of their treasures. So I had to give respect to that. They could have destroyed many of that, and no one would ever see it. So there's a reason why Xavier has put in their minds to preserve many things, so we will still have our heritage and something to look back on. Because many of our heritage here within Ethiopia has been changed and modified. Um, and I say, many things I say might consider controversial. However, whatever I mentioned about the Bible, it's right there in the Bible. If the images of the Messiah is stamped in the Bible, then I suggest those who believe wholeheartedly, they should read the Bible and get the image description there for themselves, so they won't have a debate about saying, well, race doesn't matter, skin doesn't matter. And I say, well, that's not written in the Bible. But if you can show me that in the Bible where it doesn't matter, then you wouldn't have to worry about images that other people put to show that they have some divinity. Ethiopian divinity is right there. Open up Genesis chapter 2, verse 13, and you'll see that the whole land composed all of Ethiopia. So that's our history. So yes, our history is not just Ethiopian history, it's world history, biblical history. And that's how you find Ethiopia.
Good. So, as a final, have you experienced to see Ethiopian heritages in U.S.?
There are few things in Ethiopia, like the White House. There's a replica of the White House in Casablanca, Morocco. However, the architects were Ethiopian. The Capitol Hill, the state capital of the United States, were designed by Ethiopians. So there are structures that are done by Ethiopians. And there are books hidden in libraries, which I'm now going to take the time to explore and find more information. But there are books in Giz, Amharic, even the Bible. They have Bibles in America, which has 81 books. And now we look at the Bible today, and it's 66 books. So, my mind is trying to find original books, and hopefully learn them hard soon, Giz soon, to be able to translate and read it, because America is holding the history of Ethiopia also. Right there. Won't say nothing about it to us.
So finally, if you want to say something rest, you can, the floor is open.
Okay. What I do want to say, I want to address to all Ethiopian people, the spirituality roots are older than most history. You are great people. You come from a great past. Most of your history has been removed, but it will be replaced. Not replaced, it will be restored and brought back. It's important to read and make sure that what they have you believing in is can be found, because your soul is here. It's with all that you have left, and your dignity and salvation and everything will become upon you once you learn to seek out the truth. I hopefully and pray one day that all the images will come and you will see who you are, where you come from, and most importantly, where you're going in the future. I'm Sean Alemayehu Tewodros. I'm author and historian, and I hope to one day bring much history back to Ethiopia and give you back the pride and the heritage and the history that has always belonged to you.
Well, thank you very much, Sean.
Thank you.
Thank you.